What up? It's your boy Stefan. I'm here with
John Haas.
man. I feel like this thing's called like two dudes or two dads in a podcast. I don't know. We're just
Two
out
dads,
here.
two dads in a podcast. That's it.
Two dad, and it rhymes too. I like that. I like that. Um, back and back, man. Me and John have these conversations. It is our way of connecting as men. Our way of connecting as dads, sharing what's going on in our life with no expectations. I see that we pour what's going on, what we're actively working on, and we learn on the spot. There's no real end goal other than sharing the journey that we're in because we're down here, we're doing the work day to day, being a father, being a husband, being working in a professional field, working with clients, and it's not easy to do, but we continue to show up and we continue to do it whether we want to sometimes or not. But at the end of the day, I look up, he's still here. He looks up, I'm still here, and it's respectable. I think it is a man's trait to continue to do hard things. And so I like these conversations, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've been noticing, speaking on like hard things, that oh, got something to tell you.
Yeah.
In it's been 16 years, I am down 197.6. I haven't been under 200 pounds
Oh my God.
in 16 years. So I've been doing hard things, right, without anyone noticing. I've
Right.
just been doing my
Right.
thing. So I want to tell you that because I know that you and
Yeah.
I talk about the fitness
A
journey and
hundred
things.
percent.
And then this weekend, my wife was in Chicago. She had her birthday. She's
Okay.
out there with her friends
Yeah.
and doing things. And it was me and Liam, and he was acting like a little fool,
Yeah.
like like
Yeah.
like as boys do. And I made him choose between two things he loves when he started acting like a fool.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a VR headset so he can play games,
Mm.
and then he has his phone where he watches like YouTube and
Okay.
whatever. It doesn't work. It's just a
Right.
Wi-Fi device. And we went out somewhere. He was with me showing a property, and he's acting a fool. And I said, you have a choice to make when we get home: no phone or no VR headset. And that dude broke down like I just took everything from him, right? But it was that saying of, I told them if you behaved, we would go do
Mm.
something. If you don't behave, then there's a consequence.
Right.
And it was sticking to, even though it breaks my heart when he cries, but sticking to, this is okay to cry right now. It's
Right.
okay to be upset right now
Right.
because I told you, act good, good things happen.
Right.
Act bad, bad things
Right.
happen, and the consequence. But he ended up picking his VR headset, so he doesn't have that right now.
Dang.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a that is a pain. I'm not gonna lie, it's a painful piece as a father to be the bad guy
Hmm.
and to need to do things like that, but at the same time it is part of reality in life, and sometimes we forget that our job's here to guide them and lead them,
Yep.
and it's not always to be their best friend because there's a lot of heart in that.
I struggle with that. I struggle because they talk about people way smarter than us talk about you can't be their best friend, their disciplinary, and their parent at the same time,
Mm.
right? And I struggle with that because my son is my best friend.
Hmm.
Like, I love that kid. There are no words.
It's
Like, he
unconditional.
yeah, he is love to me. And it's just hard because, you know, I I give it up to Lupita, my wife, because she's the disciplinary, like, in the household, right? Like, I don't have the stomach for it. I don't have the heart for it. She whoops him. She hits him, right? She's from Hermosillo. She's Hispanic. He's half Hispanic, half white, and she whoops him. She disciplines him, and like, I'm the fun person. I'm dad. I get to come
Hmm.
home and just be like, "What's up? Let's
Right.
play. Let's do stuff." Right? So that, I think, she has the harder sense in that. So it's easier for me because I'm not there as much, right?
Right.
To be like, I'm just going to be the fun parent because when I'm around, fun's supposed to happen. And then it is hard to discipline them, or not to be his friend, parent, and disciplinary all at once, because
Right.
it's like, I want to be his friend.
Because it feels love, like that
Right.
part feels good. Like we're in war all day long, and we want to love somebody at home and be kind with. But damn, like what what I wrestle with is the idea that being the fun dad and like this perception gets put off for
Hmm.
me that I am also that person, and in a way, I have to boost myself up. Like I don't know if I can even use get to. Like I'm
Hmm.
constantly working on myself to boost myself up to give my kids the best of me when I get home. So I show up with the perception that I'm this fun guy and stuff,
Right.
but really I'm working hard to bring out energy because what's underneath that is this layer of skin of like, how was your day? I say good because I'm freaking alive. Like
Right.
there was a lot of things that went down today that I don't even want to talk about. Like
Yeah.
it's just the pivots, the shifts. Like how many contracts went out? How many like
Yep.
losing? I mean, those.
Lose a deal, don't lose a deal, agent gets mad at you,
Yep.
seller gets mad at you,
Right.
buyer gets mad at you, right? You did something wrong. But I think, like, for me, I know you're like this, is like I always say good, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And like there's these things that like we're supposed to express our emotions or whatever. My dad just didn't raise me that way.
Mm-hmm.
I know your dad didn't or
He's
raised you.
tough, dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had tough dads, and and I think that that's cool because I am the person I am today. And then there's a part of me where I struggle with, again, the 3 different people you can be: the parent, the disciplinary, and then the friend, right? And it's like, what if I only get to be one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Because like with my dad was not fun growing up. It is the most amazing person in the world. I am so blessed to have him as my stepdad, but he wasn't like the funnest to be around sometimes. Like he was a hard ass, and he worked us, but like that's why we were good at sports. That's why I have the drive. I have a work ethic because my both my parents were very work ethic driven people. But then like now that he's 70 and now that I'm, almost 40, it's like now is he the fun? Like now does he get to be fun? Right? And he is fun. I love my
Right.
dad. I love to be
Right.
around him, but it's like what if he had passed earlier?
Right.
And I didn't get to get this time with him, right?
Right.
Like we never know when that's coming. So like I struggle with, you can't be fun and a disciplinary and a parent. It's like, why not?
Right.
Why can't I be fun when there's fun times?
Right.
Why can't I discipline when discipline is needed?
Right.
And then why can't I be a parent who just shows up to love him when he needs that piece
Right.
of me?
Yeah, I think that there's something in that. I could see how it's hard to do, but at the same time, like a clown can jungle 3 balls, like
Hmm.
and find a pace and keep it going for all three. So I think that there's a way to do both. The misleading part of it is like, damn, you were just so cool, and then now you're like hard on me right now. Like I don't even know if I could trust you anymore. Like
Right.
so then you're messing with the emotions and stuff like that. But then it sucks for you too because you want to be loved, and then all of a sudden you have to bring out this other side of you
Yeah.
that you usually keep for other things, and now it's showing up here. But I had this conversation with my dad like right when I was getting married, and he grew up in my life like as my friend because I think he was gone for a big portion of the beginning of it, and then when he was
Making
here
up time.
he was making up time, and he didn't want to like he's stepping on eggshells and stuff and buy my love and things like that, and it's just the truth. And um right when I was getting married I was like, Dad, do you want to like we're getting ready to go to Vegas, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going." I was like, "Dad, do you want to be my groomsman, or do you want to walk down the aisle as my dad?" And he's like, "I want to be your dad."
That's cool. Yeah.
So like, I left him out of all the other stuff, but normally he would have been in there in that time. But then it reminded me too, as a father, is like seeing the way he did it, like his back was against the wall, like he's
Hmm.
trying to get his kid back in his life and
Hmm.
show up and be the best that he can. So he's being fun, but at the same time, like I missed a lot of discipline things that I needed in life to
Hmm.
that I know now and why I'm all crazy about it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, um, it it's the pieces where I know that there's got to be some kind of juggle because I seen them do both, but at the same time, like how do I do it now for them, so that way we can just move forward and live life together, but know that when it's time to work, we got to work, whatever that means. So if it's
Yeah.
their discipline in getting their chores done or being respectful or whatever, but then also when it's time to have fun, like, dude, let's just, now's the time to have fun. Let's let it all out.
Yeah,
And,
and that's I think that's something like I'm testing is like I am gonna be like, again, my wife is disciplinary
mm-hmm,
for sure. She takes that 9 times out of 10, right? But like when
it's in
she's
their
not,
DNA.
yeah, but when she's not there, right? Like I I heard a quote once and it was like it's more like Patrick Ben Davidson
Mm-hmm.
asked somebody who's a lady and her kids were like an astronaut, an
Right.
army ranger, and then
Yeah.
like a medical doctor, and so they had achieved like the highest peaks of education, highest peaks of like their job functions, and he asked like what was give me the number one thing you could advice for being a parent, and then she said um the if you're going to give your kid a consequence, you stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
So act bad, get spanked.
Right.
And you then have to deliver on whatever that is, which
Mm.
is why like my wife and I have been working on not saying, I'm gonna take away your phone forever.
Right.
We're not gonna go to this place.
Mm-hmm.
No. knowing we're gonna leave that and get in the car and go to
Right.
that place anyway. So
Right.
now I'm starting to like, at least myself, be like, I'm gonna take away your phone for an hour.
Uh-huh.
I am going to not buy you the candy when we go to the Circle K because you're going to get a breakfast
Right.
sandwich, but you're not going to get candy because you don't deserve the candy,
Right.
right? And then sticking to those
Right.
things, right? And but also showing him like we're going to go show a house or walk a property,
Right.
and then we're going to go to Dave and Buster's.
Right.
So just act right,
Right.
and we'll go to Dave and
Right.
Buster's, and then being the parent is when he gets like hurt, just being there, like being like, okay, cool, I can love you right now,
Right.
or like when he snuggles with us at night, right? Like it's not, I'm not your friend there, I'm your
Right.
dad, and doing that stuff. But I
Your
think
safety.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I will always be, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, be the safety net for them. And then it's just trying to be all three of them at once. And I think it goes into the compartmentalization,
Right.
like you talk about, like we come to work, we are our job,
Right.
you know, lender,
Right.
agent, our job. When I go home, I am husband, father.
Right.
When I'm in the gym, I am me,
Right. Warrior.
working,
Yeah.
yeah, working out,
Yeah.
right? When I'm with my buddies, I'm a friend,
Right.
right? I'm not a husband when I'm with my
Right.
boys. I'm a friend to them,
I'm an
right?
active friend right
Yep,
now.
I'm an
Yep.
active friend. And it's just, I think it's like realizing that you can do all three and you can be good at all three
Right.
as long as you flip those switches when
Right.
those three are needed. So
Right.
act good, good things happen. Act bad, disciplinary comes out, right? It's time to go get dressed for bed, whatever, and snuggle and have fun and watch a video.
Right.
That's dad,
Do the work. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Get there and do that. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
flipping the switch, I think is the
Yeah.
right term for it too, because you got to just be able to turn on and turn off like when it's time. The same as when we got to hunt and kill,
Yeah.
and like if we got something coming up, like we just have to lock in and go.
We switch. I mean, we make the switches every day for our
Right.
jobs, and I think I've learned over the last like 5 years. So he's only 7, but like the last 5 years of him being alive and then being married for going on 10 this year was I've been learning that like the business is a lot like a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? I learned these things in business, flipping the switches, when to do things,
Right.
taking the breaks, right? Like pausing for a moment.
Right.
There's like these little business nuances go into the relationships
Right.
with both my wife, and my sons.
Right.
And with Ian, he's older, so like when he comes over, I try to be present because he's only there for like an hour. So like
Right.
I try to be present for that hour if I'm home because he's only there for an hour. He
Right.
comes to eat with us. I ask him how his day is going and remembering like he left he is in his own house now, so he left, and we only get these small little
Right.
portions, right? Like he lives in town and we see him 1 hour a week.
For now,
Right.
until he
Right.
finds someone in another state or something,
Right.
and then like life's completely different from there. So it's like learning to enjoy the moment
Yep.
now while we have it.
Yep.
I think that's a crazy concept to think about though, that we only have the present moment. Like
Yep.
I mean, we build because that's what we do, brick by brick. But at the same time,
Hmm.
when it comes time to being intentional, being that person in front of us, it's just this moment because tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
And so if you're gonna live your life with no regret, then like what do you have to regret if you were present in the moment
Yeah. That's also a big thing too, like the regret thing. There's a lot of things I regret, and I don't know if anyone will ever live a life that they don't regret something.
or
Yeah.
something? Of course,
Yeah.
I think that they shape us. It
Yeah.
is what it is. Like
Yep.
I do a lot of dumb shit. I've done a lot of dumb shit,
Yeah.
and I will probably continue to do a lot of dumb shit. But
Yep.
at the same time, I will constantly catch it and correct it and get better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't. The best prediction of the future is the past. I've done dumb shit. I do dumb
Yep.
shit, and I'll probably do more dumb shit. But at the same time, like I can't regret it all. I just have to know that there's a learning lesson to be found and learn faster. Keep getting better.
Yeah, there was this. I agree with all that, and there was this thing that I heard once that now, because people they talk like deathbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
People they die and they're like, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. And I think about like when I'm raising just Liam and Ian, and it's w- like the person that they like. Would I be when I die,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whenever that is, like the question would be, would I be happy if my sons turned out like me?
Mm.
And it's like, that was like, when I heard that, I was like, dang, like, would I be happy with the man that I'm presenting to the world, presenting to them, presenting to my wife? Like, would I be happy if my son duplicated me?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if that answer is no, then you got shit to change. If that answer is yes, and you have to be honest, right? Then
Right.
it's like, we all got things to change,
Right.
right? There's certain circumstances and certain parts of my life where that's a hell yes. I would love them to
Right.
to have my work
Right.
ethic and love them to be passionate
Right.
about what I do for a living and things like that. And then there's times where it's like, I'm not as present
Mm-hmm.
as I should be with him, and my wife brought this up. my dad had come over, and it has been eating at me this whole week. My dad had come over, it was her birthday, and he was there just to say happy birthday, and we were eating. And my dad started talking to me, and I was on my phone.
Mm.
Grabbed my phone, started scrolling, like just, I mean, literally
Right.
doom scrolling.
Right.
And then my wife's father passed away 15 years ago now,
Uh-huh.
16 years ago. And she goes, wow, you have no idea what I would give just to have a conversation with my dad right now. And yours is talking to you and you're ignoring him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I literally like heard the words for once, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
heard them
Right.
and felt them.
Right.
And then I was like, lock, turned it over, was like, you're right. Even though like whatever my dad was talking about,
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I couldn't remember. It was just something stupid. But it's like remembering that there are people out there who don't have, I know you don't have their kid, their fathers. And it's like, my dad's here. My dad works for us. And then like he came in the other day and I was like, damn, one day my dad will not walk up those stairs to come into my office to interrupt my day, which is what I look at it as, right? An interruption. Cause
100%.
he didn't text me that he was coming.
Right.
He didn't call us. He just stops
Right.
by. But it's like one day I will think to myself, damn, I wish he would just walk through and just interrupt me.
Yeah. And it's the truth, but it's a good reminder that, I mean, A, good for her for catching it on you,
Yeah.
but then B, like, good for you for making a correction now, because now it is the truth. I told you the
Yeah.
conversation where we were at Guild, and we're walking out of work, and,
Yep.
and my dad passes by through the window. I'm like, what the hell? And I go out there, and my dad's talking to me, and Brian Winkle's walking out, and like in way, I'm like disrupted my day a little bit, but
Yep.
then in the other way, it was the last time I saw him.
Hmm.
So like to go back to that moment was like, who gives a shit who walked by?
Yeah, it didn't matter.
And like whatever he was talking about, I know that I was like shucking it by and like trying to understand what was going on. But then like
Hmm.
B was like, dude, part of just being present, just be present and
Hmm.
receive what this person's talking about. Like, who cares if it's making you money or not? Like,
Yeah.
know that this moment's not gonna come back again.
Yeah, because
Like,
they get older, right? And like
right.
that's I tell my son all the time, like, Lupita's my wife's father passed away 15 years ago. So Ian was like Ian was only like 7 or 8
Mm-hmm.
when his grandpa passed away, and Ian loved his grandpa. And I look at Liam and I'm like, I always tell my dad, I joke with him, but like I'm fucking dead serious. Is I'm like, make it to his graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it to his graduation. Cause like I see how upset Ian gets, right? Like not having a grandpa around. And I was lucky that mine lasted 36 years of my life.
Mm.
So I had a great, I was an adult with a child with when my grandpa passed away. So like I had a great time with him. So like if I can get Liam to at least be 18,
Right.
right, when my dad passes, to me it would feel great
Right.
for like all the accolades, the
Yeah.
sports, and then because Liam's going to go D1, my dad will know that he went D1, which would be fantastic
Right.
for him to know. But I say that because, and I tell Liam every time when my dad comes, like he runs upstairs to go play games, and I'm like, well, when your grandpa leaves, like you got to come downstairs.
Mm.
You have to say goodbye. You have to tell him you love him. He always my dad punches him in the nose.
Right.
So, it's their thing that
Right.
like he will remember when he's old. Like my grandpa always did that whole grab your nose thing,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm almost 40 and like I can remember him doing that
Right.
to me as a kid, and it's just like that's what a grandpa's for, right? Is
Right.
to do these things. um and then I had to have that conversation with my dad when my son was born of like, I'm the disciplinary, not you. You're supposed to be his favorite person,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm
Right.
his
Right.
favorite.
We're
But
gonna
it's like
compete for that.
you
But yeah.
should be yeah, it should be like I love my Papa Frank,
Right.
which is what he calls him. I love my noni, which is my mom. But
Mm-hmm.
it's those things of I'm noticing like every year, every time I have a birthday, I'm like, damn, both my parents just had birthdays. So like that clock is ticking. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know when, hopefully it's 30 more years, but
Right.
like, I'll be lucky if that is. And it's just really being present, like when they're there. And then my wife hit me, like the right word is like, I felt the words.
Right.
She said them and I felt them. It was like, oh, you're right. So like, when he came in the other day, I just was like, he walked in, I was like, lock my computer.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
What do you need from us? What's going on? And then he's telling, and again, everything he does, he doesn't come in
Right.
to bullshit. He comes in, it's about our properties.
Right.
He's doing shit for us
Right.
anyway. I'm like,
Not
so
just fucking around.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he's doing stuff for us, right? And then, it makes sense that it's just now taking those triggers or I don't, those words and then doing something with it, like being present on
Right.
purpose and
Right.
making sure you hear him. So it's like you don't have to hear him twice
Right.
because you have to hear him twice and it's like now it's you. Like now I'm
Right.
the inconsiderate one, right?
Right.
So
That's good stuff, man.
yeah.
It is a it's interesting how this flew into like being a son too, because we're
Hmm.
being dads, but
Hmm.
really like in order to be a good dad, you got to be a good son too
Yeah.
to understand the other side of the pendulum.
Yeah. Because then we know what our kids. I mean, you have the girls,
Right.
and it's like all three of them. And I just when you said your dad walking you down the aisle, I thought to myself, you're gonna have to walk three girls down the aisle.
Bro,
Yeah.
stay strong,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm just beginning.
You're gonna be crying three times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just that piece of like wanting to be their friend, being their father, and then like, and then also for your girls, I think it's super important, like how you show up with Lexi is
Mm,
like how they should expect
yeah.
someone to show up for them, which is really cool that you bring them around. Like again, because I see your girls here, you see my son here, and it's like we bring them around the business to let them know like this is a family business.
Hmm.
And the way that I like I treat my wife is like that's how I want my son to treat his wife or
Right.
to treat his girlfriends or to treat the women in his life with, respect and love and
Right.
care. Cause like they're not that they're fragile, but it's like it's a woman and you're supposed to treat them differently
Right.
than a man because he sees how I am with my buddies and then how I am with my wife.
Right.
Completely different.
Right. Yeah, that's intense. And I share a lot more with Lexi at home, like my four things that I care about, which are I'm a good husband,
Hmm.
I'm a good dad, I'm a good loan officer, I'm a good wrestling coach and athlete. So
Hmm.
like I hold on to those, and the reason why like being a good husband is first is because the girls are watching, and
Hmm.
like if we just focus only on the kids and we forget about us,
Hmm.
like then they're gonna feel that there's gonna be a price to pay no matter what. So if we
Yeah,
work on each other here in this relationship, then we're just gonna mirror them into what to be attracted to, what to look for.
for sure. And I know there was a part where you said like, only focusing on the kids. Like I know when Liam was born, like that was my main focus. And then we had to, me and Lupita had to get checked into remembering like we're first,
Mm-hmm.
they're second. And it's
Mm-hmm.
really that is I would tell you in our relationship for me personally, that is the number one like struggle is
Mm-hmm.
like remembering like Ian and Liam are second.
How we even got here. Yeah.
Yep. Like they're just second. Like that's just how it works. Like even though like it's the hardest thing to like
Right.
say, I have to say it. Like I have to remind myself
Right.
like they're second.
Right. I think it means that you care though if you
Yeah.
have to put it on the calendar, remind it because
Yep.
if you have to put dates on the calendar, like yeah, you
Right.
do. You have to
Yep.
put because you care about it. What goes on your calendar, you care about. So
I remember Lupita and I she used to get mad that I would like, you know, forget things or she'd be like, you had to put hanging out with me on the calendar. And it's like, yeah, because I treat it like the
right,
business, right?
right,
If I'm gonna go to an appointment, I put on the calendar.
right,
I have a meeting, I put on the calendar. So I will put things on the calendar so that I don't forget to do these things for you because I'm saying I will be scatterbrained. The world will
right,
come at me real quick and I will forget. But if it's on my calendar, it
right,
exists. And then because it exists, I will do that thing.
right.
Like I had it set up yesterday to surprise her gifts of affirmation and
Mm-hmm.
then words of affection or gifts of affirmation, her love languages, and then physical touch or no, acts of service. Sorry.
Right,
Gifts, acts of service. Those are her two things. So then I had on the thing to get her. I went and got cards. So I
right,
prepared and then got gift cards. And then it was like one was like give her a gift. So then
right,
I wrote something in the card, which is in the moment, write what I'm thinking, close it, present it at the house. Right. So it's like there's your random gifts
right,
that you are saying is a love language to you. Right.
right,
And I didn't go get it yesterday.
right,
I pre-bought them because that's just where the way my brain thinks. So I pre-bought all these things, but then it's in my calendar randomly to get them to give them to her and remember because I care. My brain just doesn't remember everything that I
right,
have to deal with on a daily basis. So I just put it in the calendar. So then the the thing that you care about still gets done.
right.
I just need a calendar to remind me to do it. To do it.
It's the truth. It's what you care about, though.
Right.
That is the name of the game here.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, what do we get? What is this? Two dads in a pod?
Two dads in a pod.
Two dads in a pod. Here we go. And if it's out there already, it is what it is. We're here too. So let's get after it.